Good morning, everybody. It's your brother Joshua Cadence here. I noticed something, and I hope that my white brothers and sisters will think hard about this. A lot of y'all have been asking me to explain my experience in America, and have been asking me to explain why this is such a big deal with George Floyd and all this type of stuff. So I wanna do this. I'm gonna try and do a video every day and break it down piece by piece. This is one thing that I want to say today. I have seen countless situations where a white man or a white woman have wigged out and had outrageous outbursts in the middle of a Starbucks or a Bed Bath and Beyond or some other kind of sit-in restaurant, a McDonald's, because the cashier or the cook got their order wrong. Because they got their order wrong. I want to speak to your manager. I am going to burn this place down with bad reviews, and I'm going to tell all my friends. And you know what? You're no good nothing. I don't even know why you're in this position. I'm going to go to your boss and that boss's boss, and just totally degrading and belittling people over a messed up order. Waiting too long, even. Waiting too long. Think about that. Waiting too long for a desired outcome. But the black and brown people in this country get tired of waiting too long for the systemic racism and oppression to end in this country. For white people to understand that white privilege doesn't mean that you're rich. It just really means that certain things that happen to us will never happen to you. And so you don't have to have a lot of money to be experiencing white privilege. You have white privilege just because you can walk down the street and be unbothered. You have white privilege because maybe you were guilty of writing a bad check or forging a bill, and they just said, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day," and let you go about your way. You, with the same credit score as the next black man or woman, were able to get a small business loan, but the black person couldn't. You, with the same credentials, work experience, um, dialect, character, integrity as the next black person, got the job. The black person didn't. This is the privilege you have. And you have the privilege of not even knowing that this exists because it never happens to you. So hear me out. Don't demonize black people for getting tired of waiting, like you were tired of waiting for your Starbucks. Don't get mad at black people for being tired of getting the wrong order. Hey, this ain't what the doctor ordered. This ain't what the country promised me. Y'all messed this order up. Just like you did in Starbucks, Target, Bed Bath and Beyond. Come on, man. Whole Foods. Come on, man. Come on, man. When you get tired of waiting, when you don't get your desired outcome, it's okay. But and maybe the person made an honest mistake. They made an honest mistake. But you want to take the whole job from them. Call the CEO on them. Calling up the chain, getting on each person's nerves. And they just give you what you want because you have the power to make things move and shake in America versus a black person. Let a black person call up the chain and they'll get no response. Somebody got their order wrong. So I want you to realize that the same privileges, the same peace that you have, I don't got. My brothers and sisters don't got. We don't. You can go to Target and Walmart and all these stores and walk the streets and go to this place and that place, and nobody bothers you. We can be doing the same thing. No drugs in our pocket, no gun on our hips. And if maybe we do have a gun, a legal gun on our hips, not threatening anybody, out having a cookout, cops called. For what? Because you got an image in your head, a prejudged, prejudice image in your head about what's going on when you see me. You're so scared of me. The reality is, we're scared of you. Black folks are like, you can liken it to an animal in the jungle. A lot of white folks in this country are the animal that gets scared of a human being who has no power over him. A lion and all these other type of animals have so many advantages over human beings, yet when a human being approaches, the animal is scared as if the human being is stronger. Well, white people, you have so much more opportunity, so much more resources, so much more pull and network than we do, yet you're scared of us. You kidding me? That's one thing I want y'all to understand. Hopefully you do. I pray you do. Because it's going to get bad in this country if you don't. I'm not condoning violence. I'm not going to be a part of it. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that by you being idle and refusing to admit that people your skin tone have racial issues in their heart and you're defending them, by defending yourself, you're defending them. Because if you don't have anything to defend against, then join us in the fight against evil. But you so busy taking it so personal that you can't even see when your own white brother or sister is being racist. You won't acknowledge it because you taking that as a shot towards you. Yo, this ain't about black or white. It's about people who do evil versus people who don't. Excuse me. So I'm not condoning rioting and shooting and killing people, but I'm saying it is a natural, understandable response of the flesh to continued abuse. When a woman kills her husband in his sleep, or grabs a knife or a gun in the middle of him punching her in the face, everyone applauds that woman. But when a black person stands up to oppression from police and white people calling the cops on them for no reason, using her white privilege on the phone talking about there's an African American man attacking me, when really you're the one sitting there strangling your dog and the dog is going crazy trying to get out of your grip. See, white people act like they don't know what white privilege is until it comes to the moment where they can get on the phone and say, there's an African American man threatening me. It's comical. But at the same time, it's not. Because doing stuff like that, like I said, This is the reaction you're going to get. And you, maybe as an innocent white person, could possibly die over this. So you better stand up. Your children could die over this. Because when a person is tired of something, they going after everything. Everything. Just like you try and destroy the whole Starbucks, you try and destroy the whole construct of Target or whatever just because they messed something up. You ordered this color dresser and it came in that color with the money from a good job that you got over another qualified black person, maybe even more qualified than you. Yeah. Continue to do that instead of standing up against evil. And you could be one of the innocent, you or your family could be one of the innocent white people taken out. And if you don't stand up for this, even if you never made a racist comment in your life or thought a racist thought, you don't stand up for this and you try and defend white people that are racist, one of y'all could die. I'm just going to be honest with you. You see what's happening because people are tired. One of y'all might die because you refuse to get on the side of justice, not race, justice and love. Y'all gonna mess around and incite a civil war. It kind of already is one right now. Y'all don't want that. We don't even want it. We don't want it. We just want peace. We want justice. But folks don't know what else to do. And while I don't condone what they're doing, I understand it. And I'm doing what I can to help people think of a better way. Just a second, but I understand it. So join us, please. If what I said, if that one thing, I'll share more. But if that one thing makes sense to you, please join us so that no more innocent people, black or white or Asian, have to die. Spanish, they're in the fight with us too because they experience the same oppression. Join us so that people don't have peace. Listen, people will listen to you just because you're white. You don't have to be some high authority figure. Your skin makes you a brother, a companion, a colleague in the eyes of the white majority who are in power in this country. So use that and tell them to stop. Because check it out. If my little son or my little nephew tells me something versus some random stranger who's not like me or I don't know tells me something, most likely I'm going to go with my family. What they say. That's the privilege y'all have. You are kin to the group that is in power in this country. And when they listen, when they talk, when you talk, they will listen because you're like them skin wise. So join us, please. Thank you. And I love you. I pray that if you don't get it, you will get it. In Jesus' name. So we can have some peace in this country. And be the beacon to the world that America is supposed to be. A melting pot full of equality, love and acceptance, respect. Peace be blessed in Jesus' name.